Alright, let's take a look at what the Twitch stream says we're doing. Just make sure the game info is correct. It is. Crack up my sparkling water. Alright, so we got the new social media app for Heroes. Explore your room. Okay, let's look at the Superlink first. You'll throw your spark in the lagoon? What's the spark? Hang on, was there more? Yeah, there was more. Hello, hello. I'm sorry. I'm a terrible person. I'm just trying to squeak in a little bit more before bed. I apologize. That's too much pressure. I don't want to try and be the next Northern Lion now. Jeez. Clearly, someone doesn't like the, new heroes on campus. Alright, let's take a look around our room.
There was never enough room for my armor in this thing.
Glossarin for missions can be spent to unlock new cosmetic options. Okay. The collar stays still there, apparently, though. You know, like the athletic wear, sure. Inspect the journal page, closet, and painting. $17.03. Left my dolls?
My old journal. Maybe it is time I start writing in it again.
1 of 12. And the painting.
We were all so happy then.
Sorry for having a different style character. I really rushed through the character creation. I don't know if you went and saw that stream yet. I haven't put it on YouTube yet, but yeah, the character creator, I just kind of like rushed through it, to be honest. I've never been big on like being really detailed with character creation. Yep, that's the one from last night. Okay.
Charlie! I know. I missed you too.
Let her enjoy the moment. She's been visiting your door every morning for the past 300 years.
Oh, it must have been so hard on her.
Not just her. I suppose that's why I might have been a little curt before.
A little?
You already made the ultimate sacrifice once. Maybe I'm in no rush to see you do it again.
We do not choose our destiny.
But we can choose to duck.
First lesson you ever taught me.
And still the most important. Especially now that you have all these eyes on you.
I have noticed.
To these people, you are a being of myth and legend. A grand hero of old. And they're right. You are a hero. But I also know the battle that rages within your soul. It's not enough that you are a hero. You need to decide what type of hero you will be. I'm sure there will be plenty of opportunity for that in the days to come. For now, I would head to the Forge. Our new guests are eager to show you something. This was a lot easier when it was just you and I beheading the Dark Legion as we traipsed through the woods.
Don't forget about Agatha.
I never could.
Go to the Forge. Okay.
Charlie was restless all night. I should have known something was wrong.
Posts and Superlink.
We'll talk more later, but for now...
Oh, we got people worth talking to, apparently.
I think he has another present for you.
Oh, but... Oh, they're in the Forge. Okay. Astounding. Hang on. Unleash a monster upon the city, of course. Ink monster? That's what they're going for in this game? Disgraced surgeon? Jeez. Okay. The Forge is over here.
Next thing I know, the same airport
Oh.
covered in slime.
There's just gloss hanging
I don't
around,
get it.
apparently.
Strange couldn't just magic his way in?
Now,
Think you can tell your friend inside there to turn it up a few hundred Kelvin?
I could. However, it might shatter the containment spell preventing him from incinerating this facility.
I think we're good. And just in time.
The Forge has certainly changed.
Right. Caretaker said this all happened after your siesta. What spooky castle would be complete without its own Babylonian demon-powered furnace?
Sumerian fire demon. His name is Babs.
Oh,
Babs.
now it all makes sense. Well, once you get past the esoteric terror of the situation, I've found this thing actually has some uses. Molecular bonding, breaking down evil gamma serums, fashion accessorizing.
Yes, speaking of...
Oh, right. It's ready.
Your armor seemed to offer minimal protection against the venom creature.
I noticed.
Yeah, I thought you
Yeah.
could use an upgrade.
Well hammered, well fired. Caretaker did not mention that you two are such skilled smithies.
Yep. I am Iron Smithy.
Perhaps you should just try it on.
It looks fine. I kind of liked the other armor.
Still think I could have used a cloak.
No. No capes.
Stylish. Hunter, your new attire suits you quite well. But how are you holding up on the inside? I know it's easy to look upon me and simply see the universe's utmost authority on all things mystical and macabre, Hunter. However, in addition to being Earth's Sorcerer Supreme, I am also your doctor.
You mean a physician of the medical arts? You jest.
I assure you, Hunter, I do not jest. They don't call me Mr. Strange, now do they? Except for Tony. Your awakening ritual was admittedly a touch more chaotic than I had originally intended, and well, after a violent encounter with Venom, my oath to Hippocrates compels me to check in with you. Simply put, how do you feel?
Physically, I am fine. However, I do feel some
grogginess, a tinge of nausea, sense of memory loss upon time of passing, watery or itchy eyes, common side effects when one is pulled back into the light. Believe me, I know. If any other symptoms arise, you can always tell me. Particularly if you develop a craving for brains. I have a cream for that.
Oh, good.
In any event, I, for one, do not know if I will ever feel 100% again after the events of yesterday. I still can't believe what transpired. The sanctum, all that knowledge, Wanda, lost. Swallowed whole by the black mouth of that foul venom creature. With all my resources, all my gifts, I should have seen this outcome spelled out in the sacred geometry of this universe years ago. But I miscalculated.
I'd rather stand down a horde of rampaging Lilin than face one of Agatha's mathematics puzzles. Sacred or not, geometry be damned.
I'd be lying if I said it wasn't my least favorite requirement in pre-med. Still, if only I had studied harder, I would have reached some deeper understanding that could have altered this outcome.
We will alter this outcome, Doctor.
On that, we most certainly agree, Hunter. It's not just the Sanctum Sanctorum that was lost yesterday, it was my protege, Wanda. She is my charge, my responsibility.
The vibe is very, very weird.
I am determined not to let that happen with you, Hunter, which is why I am here to answer any questions you may have. Perhaps my wisdom may benefit you more than it has me thus far.
Yeah, I listened to a review of the game where somebody really did not like the personal interactions portion of this game. And everything that they described as far as like situationally, I just thought was absolutely hilarious and was very much happy to endure it. And like this person, they hated it so much. Let's see.
How did Wanda come into your care?
Wanda's story is quite tragic and perhaps not mine to tell. There was an accident on the Abbey grounds not long ago involving Agatha.
That must have been some accident.
Agatha had been teaching Wanda, hoping she would learn to control her immense but very raw power. As their training progressed, Wanda was encouraged to push herself further. Eventually, she pushed too far.
Tell me about your Sanctum's wards of protection. I have never heard of a protection spell that powerful.
In your time, I'm sure you've encountered a variety of minor wards and protective spells. The Sanctum Sanctorum was shielded by one such incantation, but greatly amplified by the convergence of ley lines.
Will the wards ever provide the same protection that they had?
It may be possible to undo the damage, but now that a weakness has been exposed, I'll have to rethink my approach entirely. Tony did offer a military-grade laser protection grid, should I be so inclined to go that route.
Sounds right.
That creature on the roof. You have run into it before.
Unfortunately, yes. In the simplest of terms, Venom is an alien species living in symbiosis with a human known as Eddie Brock. He's something of a fixture in New York these days, but typically his hijinks are confined to harassing Spider-Man.
My mother has a gift for bringing out the worst in people.
Yes, and in this case, I happen to be the direct victim of her ambition. I fear the Sanctum may never be the same.
Let us talk later.
Visit whenever you like. It's not often I get to converse with a true legend.
+2 friendship experience. Okay. Oh, there's Charlie. I know I need to pet Charlie like several days in a row. I do want to take a look at these. So is the number at the bottom their level? So I see the friendship level. Oh, nice. Eh. Ooh, I like that. Oh, and I just have these. Okay. Yeah, I like Feature Supreme. Locked, it says. Midnight Sun. If you don't color code my whole team, you might just have to judge me. I'm just gonna pick the individual costumes I like the best, probably. Oh, what is... Oh my goodness. Let's see, do I want the Nightblade, or do I want, like... Oh, what does this remind me of? Oh, it reminds me of Raven from Tekken. Yeah. We'll go with that. Let me see his, Abby outfit. Ugh. What? Why is this an option? I get to pick his swimwear? What? Why is that a thing I could do? Do I get to unlock more swimwear for everyone? Feels like... yeah, the dating sim part, I mean, this is wild, man. Like, I knew it was going to be heavy on this weird hero dating sim theme, but I wasn't prepared for details like that. Oh, Bleeding Edge. Oh, that doesn't look as cool as I was hoping. Oh, that's dope. I like that. I can already hear you cringing that I don't have him color-coded.
I hate to admit it, but somehow this ancient forge puts any arc reactor I've got to shame. Who would have thought mystically bound demon power would be so damn energy efficient? Or carbon neutral? Certainly got that new suit of yours done a lot faster than I expected. Speaking of, what's the verdict, boss?
It is nice having an armorer on demand.
Anytime. I tried to make this version a little less palatable to that symbiote thing. Was this close to making it menthol flavored. But tools are just one part of the equation. You gotta know how to use them too. You were out, what, 300 years before we woke you from your eternal rest?
Clearly wasn't that eternal.
So, ask away, Hunter.
Jeez.
I take it this new version is a technological marvel?
Impact-resistant carbon composites, some patent-pending alloy mesh, and a few touches from Dr. Spooky over there. And hey, the built-in communicator means we can talk to each other without sending a raven.
Oh, but I like ravens.
So it is a marvel, then?
Lightweight, nearly indestructible, and modular enough for future upgrades. Frankly, I wouldn't have used your old suit to wax the Mandarin's car.
Is all this magic a threat to your new technology?
It might surprise some people to hear this, but I do like some things with rules. Isotope decay, magnetic fields, and gamma oscillation make a lot more sense to me than Eye of Newt, bat wings, and a sprinkle of sunshine. At least they did before everything changed.
I cannot help but feel partially responsible.
Well, I wouldn't take it personally. We were detecting changes in both magic and science months before you woke up. But yeah, things have definitely hit high gear since then.
Seen anything strange around here?
What, other than my roommate? Boom! Roasted! But on a more serious note, this place is legitimately haunted. Mirrors look back at you. My room rearranges itself. And worst of all, magic cats.
I am sure there are worse places to be.
Oh, true. I could be rooming next to Carol. Her snoring is loud enough to wake the dead. Really, really tired people. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy we have a place free from Lilith's influence. While it lasts.
What sort of things are you doing in here?
Oh, that's right. You were out a while. Basically, we've got a gigantic demon inside the magic box here that provides near limitless power for whatever we might need. Sounds insane, but sometimes it's easier to just go with it.
I am impressed with your resourcefulness.
From where you're standing, I could see that. Still, I doubt I'll be branding one of these with the Stark Industries logo anytime soon.
You must have an interesting origin story of your own.
Well, just your typical American boy. Pops was a founding member of the military-industrial complex. Mom, a famous socialite. Tragedy struck when I lost them both in a car crash, which turned out to be a hit from a rival corporation. I spent my early teens at MIT, trying to clear my head. It was all set to follow in Dad's footsteps as a war profiteer. Then one day, fortune shined on me, in the form of some errant shrapnel that lodged itself just above my heart. So I did what anybody in that situation would do. I built a supersuit and started fighting crime.
You seem well-adjusted enough, considering.
Exactly, which means there's hope for you yet. I find these apocalypse scenarios will save you tons of therapy.
I feel like it's possible to earn a friendship experience in every single one of those interactions.
Thanks for catching me
And
up on things.
could not get a grip on
Anytime.
what Tony really
And
liked.
speaking of things, remember that creepy gamma goop you found from that hopped-up Hydra soldier? Well, I gave it a peek, and it explains a lot. If you have a minute, meet me at the anvil over there, and I'll walk you through it. I promise it'll be worth your time.
Well, if you promise.
Now, I doubt advanced gamma thermodynamics was a hot topic at ye old demon hunting school, so I'm just gonna give you the condensed version.
Hey, buddy.
closest I've ever seen to this substance is pumping through Bruce's veins. Part gamma accelerant, part unknown element. Calling it Coil for now, given its unique atomic structure. Man, I love acronyms. This stuff is more volatile than Nick Fury on a Monday morning. But Hydra doesn't seem to mind.
They're using it to get stronger.
Exactly. A few drops would make your average salamander look like Fin Fang Foom.
Oh, are we still using that name? I thought we weren't allowed to use that name anymore.
Spooky and our haunted oven over here, I think two can play at this game.
You are not suggesting we start injecting ourselves with it?
No, nothing like that. Though I can see some future applications for my energy drink line. I was thinking we apply this stuff towards upgrading.
Thanks.
I like where this is going.
Just give me a little time here and I can whip up some pretty fun toys. How about we give Hydra a taste of their own gamma-powered
Wait a
medicine
minute,
for a
hang
change?
on.
Hey, Hunter?
Wow, man, we're really racking up the viewers right now. So, hang on. Is that Thomas or Tim? No, that's Tim. Thomas's IDs are
I
hard.
feel like I could automate this process
Okay.
and take myself out of the loop here.
Tim, you're throwing me off by using that name. Let's see. Alright, only one of the abilities can be selected. Okay. So it's giving me something for either Hunter, Strange, or Blade.
You're welcome, Hunter.
Okay. Forceful knockback in any direction, discard a random card. Yeah, I already have to. So I already have all of these. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. So many people watching. I'm curious about this one long term. Sure, we'll go and make him
When you
believe.
have a minute, come meet me in the yard.
Duplicates can be combined into a new, more powerful version. Okay. So it does make sense to get duplicates cards because I can make more powerful versions of them. Alright. I'm okay with that.
What is this?
So can I just... Oh, interesting. Okay, hang on. A deck. Heroes must have 8 abilities equipped to their combat decks. Okay. So, 8 abilities, so they each represent a card. View details, okay. So I unequipped it. Okay. But how do I combine cards? It's interesting. It's not just a card game. Like, it's a tactical game, but there's like a whole weird, like, character joke. We've been jokingly, but also kind of seriously calling it like a hero dating simulator. Basically, you're trying to make everybody your friend. Okay, so if that's how I upgrade it, or, well, that's what it does if it's upgraded. So how do I upgrade it now that I've got 2 of them? Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Speaking of the deck building aspect, do you know how to upgrade these? Am I able to do it? Okay, I might not have the thing to do it yet. That's kind of what I was expecting. That's my biggest problem in video games. Well, you're good. No, you're good. If it's something
Welcome
like
to
that,
the
please do
yard.
backseat me.
At
Because
least
I
that's what
always
we're
get
calling
impatient.
it
I'm
these
like,
days.
why can't I do this thing yet?
Caretaker put me in charge of your training. Too bad she didn't listen to me yesterday. Now that we know what we're up against, I think we can all use the practice. Any questions?
Sure.
I did, but they are about you.
Right when it's time to train? From all Sarah told us about you, she never described you as lazy.
Everyone loves you when you are dead. Tell me, does that mean you are half-loved?
Jeez, that's not the joke I was
She didn't
expecting
describe
there.
you as a snarky jackass, but here we are. All right, Tony Stark Jr., ask your questions.
I just lost some friend experience for that. Goodness. Definitely not Marvel Snap. Like, you would have to see the actual card play. Like, cards dictate what you can do, but like, you're playing cards in a manner that's controlling actions in 3D space.
Can I ask about you?
I guess.
How did you become a Dhampir?
You say that like I had a choice. I was
Oh my
born
gosh.
this way.
This is not
How is
working
that
out well
possible?
with Blade right now.
A vampire bit my mother. Problem was, I was still in the womb. I'm lucky I was even born.
I enjoy the
Don't know if
Ultimate
that's
Alliance
how it
games. I never
always
did
is,
play
but
3.
That's the way it went down for me.
Is your name really Blade?
Is your name really the Hunter?
Yes.
Oh, really? Your mom, before she became the mother of demons, looked into your cradle and decided to name her firstborn child the Hunter.
That is how I understand it.
It takes all kinds.
Okay then.
So, is your name really Blade?
No,
What is it?
it's private.
Is it embarrassing?
Oh my gosh.
No, the Hunter, but I only share it with friends.
You do not consider me a friend?
Not yet. Don't take it personally.
Do you just like you? Oh my goodness.
How long
This
have
is
you been
not
around?
going well.
I don't exactly know. I think of myself as mid-20s, maybe. I lost a lot of time. Much of the last century was a blur. I have occasional memories, almost like coming up for air before being yanked back down into the depths.
What happened?
I killed a lot of vampires. I hadn't lost my mind exactly, but I got into a rhythm and never stopped. Never had a reason to stop. Not until I met Caretaker.
And then?
She gave me a reason to stop.
What brought you to the Abbey?
Caretaker. About 10 years ago, she brought me back to the real world. Gave me a place to stay until I came back to myself.
Did she ever say why?
She said she thought I'd be able to kill more vampires if I was acting on more than just instinct. But I know it was more than that. She gave me safe haven here at the Abbey. Something I'd never known. Must have read half the books in the library by the time I headed out. So when she reached out and asked me to be part of this weird little club, of course I showed up.
Tell me about the Midnight Suns.
All right.
Do you have any thoughts on the team as a whole?
I think we're the only ones aware of the danger Lilith poses to this world. And I think we're pretty green. But enough training will get us through it. Speaking of training, we doing this, or are we gonna keep wasting daylight?
I'm ready to train.
Finally.
Upgrade an ability, okay.
Caretaker, time to take it to the next level.
Got it. Alright, this is where I do it. Okay, we're here. Got 1 training XP and then upgraded to make him bleed.
All right then.
Did it just automatically add it to... Oh, Carol's suddenly in my group now.
Like the way you move out there, Hunter. Guess Dr. Strange picked the right supernatural demon hunter to resurrect. I'm Carol Danvers. You can call me Captain Marvel. Kidding, Carol's fine. Just thought I'd throw a bone to the Avengers PR team. Not gonna lie, going a few rounds in Vampire Guy's Magic Thunderdome sounds like fun, but we've got bigger fish to fry. Well, not so much fish as that ginormous invulnerable sewer monster that swallowed the Sanctum.
Every lock has its key.
True, if only a man-eating alien demon monster hadn't eaten ours. But that got me thinking. Strange, Caretaker, and the rest of the funky bunch can try and magic their way through that shield all they want. If my time as a pilot taught me one thing, it's that sometimes you've got to find a workaround. As in Hydra, they've got to know the way inside. Steve's always said they aren't much for talking. But then again, I'm told I can be rather persuasive when I need to be.
Well, if there is any time to put your powers of persuasion to work, now is the time, Captain.
Trust me, Hunter, I'm looking forward to it. Hydra's been a thorn in me and Steve's asses for years. Can't wait to remove them for good. Find me in the war room when you're finished here. There's a few things we should discuss. Oh, and Hunter? Welcome back from the dead.
Alright, that conversation actually went well.
What's up?
Thanks, Blade.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any point in me just roaming? Doesn't seem like much of it yet. What's over here? Oh, the pool. The place that justifies... Oh my gosh, what is this?
I needed that.
Okay. So I don't have any arcane
Nothing
keys.
is certain these days, but these readings are too distinct to ignore. The Gamma signature is...
Sorry, Bruce, we lost you. Did you say Gamma?
Yes,
Hang on a second. Come on, Tony. You managed to stream the Super Bowl to a Kree battleship 50 light years out. This should be easy.
We waited all year for that game, and you know the Skrulls would have spoiled it for us if they got the chance.
Well, can't you just... I don't know.
Work my magic again? See, that's the problem. This time I am working with actual magic, and let me tell you, it sucks.
Ow. The Gamma signature is completely inverted. The daughter nuclei are being reabsorbed into the parent nuclei, which is impossible.
If the Gamma signature from the Sanctum is really that unique, Bruce, then couldn't we just...
Sorry, still working out a few gremlins in the system.
Try sunlight, and whatever you do, avoid water.
Ha!
You're being serious?
We should be able to track this new Gamma signature to its source then, right? I'd do it myself, but we seem to be having a little IT trouble today.
Please. Old Central here is ready to grind through that data like chum.
What exactly is a central?
CENTRAL. Cognitive encryption, net transmogrification. We'll figure it out later.
Sending coordinates now. Hope your gremlins enjoy gamma spectroscopy.
Well, he's been a little moody lately, ever since, the problem with the big old green guy.
I heard that.
Banner can't turn into the Hulk? Not sure if we should be frightened or relieved.
That makes two of us.
Oh, hey. come on. Happens to everyone. Well, okay, not everyone.
Nice work, Bruce.
I know that place. Creepy abandoned warehouse in the bad guy part of town.
My favorite kind. Anybody up for paying it a visit?
Definitely.
Aw, see that? Teamwork goosebumps.
Find me when you're ready.
Multi-million-dollar piece of experimental technology. Ancient case.
Let's go see Charlie really quick.
There is my ferocious Charlie girl.
Is there actually a benefit to doing that? Oh, yeah, there is. Okay, interesting. Ooh, I like the medieval one. Oh my goodness. Alright.
If Caretaker's gonna let Blade go off on his own, maybe she can cut the rest of us a little more slack too.
As long as we're going to be working in the streets of New York, Blade is among your best advisors. His knowledge of the city's underbelly is unrivaled.
Noted. Faustian bargain. So we get a gamma coil and an artifact.
It was just recently that the Hudson Yards Development Restoration Association purchased this entire block.
He knows the right people.
For a minute.
Let's see. Alright, all required. Haven't gotten to the point where we can start building teams. No hero combos still. We haven't built any combat items yet.
Gamma signatures and unstable isotopes aren't really in my wheelhouse, so we'll be patching Dr. Banner through from Avengers Tower once you reach the other side.
Why do they do the whole limbo thing to start up missions?
Probably
Just seems like
off the description
an
of this
unnecessary
place.
extra step.
You seeing this, Bruce? Getting all sorts of weird down there.
Johann Fenhoff. That hack. I heard he was dead. Well, hoped is perhaps the more accurate description.
Calls himself Faustus now. Hydra's resident mad scientist.
Not just Hydra's. Lilith's. That's magic coming from those crates. I can feel it.
Yeah? How about gamma radiation? You feeling that too? Because that's some pretty evil-looking Hydra tech down there.
Gamma and magic.
Gonna need you to use your science brain on this one, Bruce.
We need to approach this situation carefully. Combining those energies is an explosive proposition at best. Think scalpel, not hammer. Stealth, not strength.
don't do stealth.
Kill them.
Alright, defeat all enemies.
I've always considered Faust
There's a lot of
bit
them.
Crackpot, but his fundamental science must be sound. The device would have surely exploded otherwise after your display, Carol.
Learned it by watching you, Bruce.
What we got? Let's start with this, I guess.
Hail back.
Playtime. It sounds to me like they just missed their mama.
Oh, is there a hole in the floor there? Oh, that's Blade. Okay. What's 46%? Is that the chance of him dying? That's what it seems like. Yeah, it's a fall. Alright, we're gonna try it.
Quick, even for Hydra.
Nice. Yep.
Don't blink!
That is one way. No place it's known.
Yeah, we're just gonna end our turn. It's a solid turn, I feel like. Captain Marvel's gonna get beat up a bit, that's okay.
Try harder than that. We've got company.
Tactics mode allows you to quickly assess the entire battlefield.
I've never been one to buy into the science of magic, but the data I'm seeing is hard to ignore.
Yeah.
There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio.
You know you're talking to a vampire, an alien hybrid, and a resurrected demon hunter, right?
Doesn't quite kill him.
Watch me.
Leave some for the rest of us.
It's binary.
How invigorating.
Yeah, do that. You're dead. Overkill.
I'm not sure if it's ethical for people like us to beat up chumps like you.
Go, now, quickly!
Let's go, go, go!
The perfect opportunity to field test Mother's device.
Watch out!
Get her.
Interesting. She just looks super powered now. Recover Hydra artifact. Break the Hydra shield guard's protection. Access the truck. Use the recover artifact card. Okay.
For the record, Bruce, I did not smash that thing.
Noted, Carol. Perhaps you might direct all that energy towards your newfound adversaries instead. And the mysterious cargo they're attempting to escape with?
You can all join Lilith together.
Oh, she's got 32 block all of a sudden. Are all of her cards powered up? Like, what the heck? Alright, how much block does this guy have? 20? What is that? Number's too small, so 30 or 20 or something. Okay. We need to do some redraws, is what we need to do. We'll redraw that. There we go. That's a good card right now.
Here it comes. Feeling strong today.
Let's do this.
Should get the blood pumping.
Need to map back and forth movement removed when this unit has no block.
This is gonna hurt.
I think they can arrest you for that in New York, Blade.
Is that the end of it now? Objective complete. Defeat the remaining enemies to complete the mission. I wouldn't have done that then.
Approximately 16,342 more to go. I suggest starting with the remaining Hydra forces in your vicinity.
This is gonna suck. Oh my gosh, the hunter just got wailed on. Ooh.
Time to shine.
Thank goodness for bleeding.
Preliminary analysis of the blast confirms high levels of gamma and various unknown energies.
Unknown
Start
to
with
you.
this.
You must not let Hydra escape with it.
Let's get rid of this. Do this.
Now that was something.
Captain Marvel Connect with binary. Playing 3 Captain Marvel cards to draw the. Okay, but she's already binary because of the effects of what's going on right now. Alright. I really want one more heroism. I mean, this might be good to just give him.
Mike will heal you. Let us see if they have an answer for this.
We're gonna move her here. Hang on, how do I use a move? I have to select her? Yeah, okay. We're gonna... Why can't I move there? Oh, because the wall's right there. Alright, we're gonna move here. Oh, it didn't kill his AoE? I thought it would. Or... That's what I get for just not paying enough attention to, like, his health. That's okay.
You're starting to piss me off.
Ooh, that didn't go well. Not what you want to see there. Okay, but the bleeding killed him. Nice.
To be crystal clear, we won't be able to recreate Faustus's experiment or track potential future variants' gamma signatures without a baseline resonance sample from his initial occult catalyst.
Not the trouble.
No mercy for the servants of Lilith. Blade told me to mention your mother. Apparently, she's promiscuous. Your time
Whips. the apparently she's promiscuous. Yeah, it's great. I love that one too.
We've done it.
I really enjoyed that one yesterday when I heard it for the first time.
What is this thing?
Bad guy crate. Full of bad guy stuff.
Bad guy pyramid.
I know those symbols. From the time of the first hunt. That glyph means barrier. That one, almighty. Something, something. Gods and demons.
So a spooky bad guy crate.
Very spooky. Designed to contain powerful magic. Be careful.
Got it. Don't cross the streams.
Never do. How about we get this thing back to the
Multiple
Abbey?
Ghostbusters references in this game. Much appreciated. 3-star mission rating, always nice. All right. Going good so far. It is very, very early though, so it's kind of designed to go good so far.
Nice job out there, kid. I mean, I didn't get Hydra bombed until my 10th run with the Avengers.
Kid, you do know that I'm a good 3 centuries older than you, right?
Then you've got a lot of catching up to do.
Okay, Abbey tournament tonight.
Sure about that? Last one got a little heated.
The Eternal Spirits of Vengeance take technical fouls very seriously, especially in the fourth quarter.
Forget it. Tonight is movie night.
It is always movie night.
Exactly.
Wow, out of jail again? Who made this game? Wilson Fisk?
Well, if parking is free, clearly no one
Oh
from
my
Manhattan.
gosh. Tony, there's
You know what they say.
no way world in which Tony
Here's how
Stark
we
would
ended up with
agree to play Monopoly.
Come on. You should hang out.
I should rest. Another time. Let me see. How did this work again?
Nico sent us a message. Ooh. Pretty say, do I not get an option on how to respond?
Good. You answered. Getting hard to keep finding ways to say open door around here. And despite what Robbie says, I don't think the staff of One speaks High Elven. Blood magic stuff. Cool room. Spacious. Aw, is that bed for Charlie?
Yes?
So, if you're planning on giving me some sort of brooding code of the stoic warrior speech, I'm immune. Just ask later, Magic. From what I just saw out there, whatever crazy ancient living weapons stuff Caretaker put you through back in the day did a real number on you. We got a lot of work to do.
Work?
Yeah, talking to people, making friends, basic human stuff. Or quasi-human. You're a Midnight Sun now. One of us.
Nico, I was just Hydra bombed. I could use some rest.
You and me both. Been bad dreams every night for me lately. I, keep seeing Wanda. She... Never mind.
I will meet you outside.
Yes! I'll go nuke us some popcorn and you pick out a movie. Oh, and it may just be the two of us. The others went outside, needed to cool off. Really need to hang a fan over that forge. Or maybe crack open the casket of Ancient Wonders a little?
Nico's now available for combat missions, okay. Apply 2 blood magic counter fast or strengthened. Oh, jeez. Oh, very few attack cards for Nico. Okay, so Swarm is an attack card too. Okay. Oh, interesting. Significantly less interesting. I mean, the Shadow Witch is kind of neat, but I don't know, the hat throws it off for me. Oh, but there are palette swaps available too. Oh, I did not notice that before. Well, hang on now. Oh, yeah. Yeah, some of these are pretty sick. Let me look at Iron Man's. Ugh. Eh. A Captain America suit, basically. Ooh, I like the black and red. Alright, we'll mess around with that later.
So Dr. Faustus tried to drop a warehouse on you? Ugh, that guy is so lame. Talk about a prototypical follower.
Join a hangout, okay. Friendship XP games, sure. What movie are we watching?
I know this entire situation's gotta suck for you. Not just the whole resurrected, chosen one thing. I get why facing Lilith won't be easy. I was 15 when I found out my mother was capital E evil.
Sorry to hear you went through that.
It was bad, but I learned to deal with it. It's the only way forward, right? Look, I'm glad my mother is gone, but yeah, at times I just want to hear her voice again. Some days I'd give anything to make that happen. Makes me hate her even more.
I did not realize you carried such pain.
I just learned to bury it. You think I can afford a therapist on a superhero salary? I'm kidding. We don't get paid for this. Enough about our crappy parents. You missed out on decades of good movies. It's my solemn duty to fill this knowledge gap with the best examples I can provide. So, the first thing you need to know, the glowing briefcase is a metaphor.
Oh my goodness.
I won't forget it.
I mean, Pulp Fiction is fine, but the other movies are better. Pulp Fiction's been my least favorite Tarantino film I've seen. Sorry. Oh, I got a sweater.
So, what did you think of the movie?
I understood more than I should.
How? You've been dead for 3 centuries.
I'm not so sure I was dead. Not exactly.
I don't think so either.
I recall a deep slumber.
Some people love Pulp Fiction. It's fine. They can love it if they want, but
what?
Everything else I've seen has been better.
Everything. Much of this world is familiar to me. I know it from my dreams.
That's not creepy at all. So, do you know everything?
No, think of it like this. I know what a car is, but I have no idea how to drive.
You're up to date, but not omniscient. Then I'm guessing you don't know much about me.
Just what you shared earlier.
You're always free to ask. Like, what's the Staff of One? Or who were the Runaways?
I had some questions about your staff.
Sure. But first, the basics. The Staff of One interprets words or phrases as spells, but it can only cast a spell once. No repeats.
Oh.
Can you tell me how the Staff of One functions?
It's, blood magic, so my own blood is required to summon it. You wouldn't believe how many adhesive bandages I go through each year.
What about the words you speak?
They come true. Kind of. And not always the way I expect. It's like making a wish, but you can never make the same wish again.
I had some questions about your old team.
The Runaways? Sure thing.
Were you all heroes who banded together?
No, we were normal kids. We saw each other once a year when our parents got together to reminisce. And then we found out two very disturbing things. First, our parents were supervillains who sacrificed children to evil gods.
Oh,
Second,
lovely.
Each of us had some sort of powerful birthright. Our parents wanted us to follow in their footsteps.
What did you do?
Ran away?
We ran, but eventually we
Hence the
realized
name?
only the 6 of us could stop our parents and their dark gods, so we faced them and stopped them from destroying reality as we know it. You know, typical kid stuff.
Who was on the team?
At first, Chase with his mad science gear, Molly, our pint-sized powerhouse, Carolina, the solar-powered sweetheart. Gert had a telepathic link to Old Lace, a genetically engineered Deinonychus from the 87th century. I handled the blood magic, though I didn't understand it much. And Alex, well, we don't talk about Alex.
I thought that was only Bruno.
Where are your friends now?
Disney jokes, but
Molly attends Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters. Carolina left Earth to marry alien nobility. Gert, she didn't make it. After Gert passed, Chase and I had a falling out. The last I heard, he and Old Lace are living at his family home in LA. As for Alex, he chose his side, and it wasn't ours. He died with our parents.
Yikes.
I had some questions about your staff.
Go for it.
If each magical effect is unique, do you worry you will run out of words?
Not really. I only use the staff's power when I truly need it. The rest of the time, I rely on more conventional means. Like, you know, magic.
I should get going.
Good timing. Looks like Caretaker wants to speak with you, and wow, I should get to bed. Time flies when you're hanging out.
I'm glad to see you're using your free time productively.
Is that sarcasm?
Looks like you're finding your way around. Maybe making some new friends.
I was planning on getting some rest, but...
Things are moving at a frantic pace. For all we know, I'll be landing a jet on the roof with Mr. Stark this afternoon. Not quite like it was in the good old days.
The world is still full of monsters and villains. My mother being the worst of them all.
You forgot heroes. The world is still full of heroes. Though sadly, we're missing one of our best.
Agatha. Where is Agatha?
I am sorry. I should have had this talk with you much sooner. But you should know... Agatha... She's no longer with us.
What? That is impossible. She was so...
Fierce, indomitable. Or maybe just kind to a fault.
The loss could not have been easy for you.
Thank you for that. But it's not just my loss. It's all of ours. And what makes this loss even harder to accept is that it was completely avoidable. Agatha died in an accident caused by her protege, Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch. The Midnight Sun's latest recruit, a powerful spellcaster in her own right. Perhaps the most powerful Agatha and I had ever seen. Wanda's abilities were growing. Too quickly for my liking. Agatha was determined to help her control them. I tried to caution her, but she would not listen. There was an incident. An accident, I'm sure, but...
Agatha was killed.
Yes, incinerated in an instant. Not even ash to remember her by. The others were heartbroken, as was I. But I also saw the danger, the threat, if Wanda's powers were left unchecked. So I did what needed to be done. I sent Wanda away, to the Sanctum Sanctorum, to study under Doctor Strange. I know the others still harbor a great deal of resentment towards me for it.
Oh, now I've got a light and a dark option. Is this neutral?
Wanda's powers were so out of control they cost a life. Your decision may have saved lives, if not the entire Abbey.
I like to believe that, especially given her current situation. Wanda, Agatha, it seems we have lost them both now. I conjured a small shrine to Agatha's memory on the grounds, hoping to find some solace, a way to move forward. You should pay your respects. Maybe you'll find what I couldn't. Good night, Hunter.
Follow the path of light or dark. So we're going to focus on dark for this run, and then the next one we'll do light. Oh, I unlocked the ability to buy it. Jeez. Oh, I can do character customization whenever. Oh, nice. Upper face prop. What? Oh. Oh, that's kind of neat. Meh. Well, that was blinding.
Agatha!
You always did have the most remarkable eyes, Hunter. Just like your mother's. Maybe that's why you're the first.
The first?
To commune with the spirits, of course.
Is this a trick of some kind? Because I am not amused.
No, it's no trick, dear. You're just the first to see me. By now you've heard I had a bit of trouble with my corporeal body. I actually find it quite liberating.
You are dead.
Always straight to the heart of things. That's my hunter.
You seem strangely at ease about this whole thing.
After 1,000 years of living, you learn to take things in stride. Even death.
And what have you been doing all this time?
Meet me by the cave just over there. You know the one.
The Bloodgate? Caretaker always told me to stay away from that place.
I think we can safely lift the veil on a few more of our secrets. What's the worst that can happen? Looking portal is known as a Bloodgate, and you're the only one among us who can pass through it.
Bloodgate? Caretaker's handiwork?
Yes, Sarah got a little overprotective after the accident with Wanda. It's become something of a habit for her.
I have noticed that.
What lies beyond is meant for you, as much as it ever was for her. Assuming you're up to the challenge, that is.
You know I am.
I do. But it's always polite to ask.
Whoa.
Alright. Trial of the Elder Gods. This is a challenge mission, okay. There was a time when the blood stood within these celestial halls to prove their worth. This particular arena belongs to a goddess who often favored Sarah, Ashtur.
Sarah, Caretaker, was here?
Nothing ever comes easy, dear. The Elder Gods felt their descendants needed to earn their blessings, which is why they created these trials to begin with.
Trials? I should know.
This entire realm exists for that purpose. Trial by combat, with no chance of outside interference.
And this is my challenge.
Yes, but I may have found a loophole they never considered. Why don't you try summoning your four-legged friend?
Charlie?
Oh, man.
The old gods
Charlie
are
got buff.
responsible for a great many creations, including your faithful companion. I think even they tend to forget that. Good luck, dear. As the goddess of balance and order, Ashtur was sometimes called the giver of justice. You can expect a fair fight, or at least her idea of one.
Refunds a card played when KO'd. Okay. So to each enemy in an area. Oh, nice.
Possibly match your strength. You were too weak for this fight.
Oh, but that's annoying. so wasted my quick strike is what happened.
Your mother abandoned you. No mercy for the servants of Lilith. Feel my call.
Oh, does it randomly discard a card? Alright, well.
Me out of the picture.
Compared to our girl, these hellhounds are nothing but mindless beasts. Don't hesitate to say it. They certainly won't.
Clearly in range to make it happen.
Once again, Lilith's servants fall. Return to your mother.
Good girl, Charlie. Oh, and you too, Hunter. You finished this trial, but don't worry. The other gods are waiting.
Of course they are. Two. I assume you only get 3 stars if you finish it in 1 turn. Can that climb back up? Wanda's journal. A moon seal. Oh.
This looks like a
Oster's gift allows magical locks and gates to be opened. Okay.
It's right to be wary of this place. But it's your birthright, and I think after everything you've been through, you can handle it now. The two of you, as well as your mother, are the last of your kind, the Blood. Your lineage follows an unbroken line to the old gods themselves. And if you call upon them, you might just find they're actually listening. They won't work miracles for you, but their blessings can be quite useful in the right circumstance. Why don't you ask the goddess Ashtor for her aid in dealing with that barrier over there?
gate by using a word of power? Oh, okay.
The Goddess of Order approves.
Zero arcane keys available, right? Yeah.
After all this time, it's still just as beautiful as the first time I laid eyes on it. It's hard to believe Lilith and Caretaker brought this place all the way from Transia. Of course, it was no coincidence that they wound up so close to Salem. This area is particularly attuned to the forces of magic. That's why the Elder God's influence was so prevalent here. And why our sanctuary here has remained all but impregnable over the centuries. And now I'm rambling on like an old sorcerer supreme. Why don't you come see me in the library tomorrow night? Oh, and let's keep this just between the two of us for now. I'm afraid Sarah, Caretaker, isn't ready to see me yet. Good night, Hunter.
You have not set anything on fire today, have you?
Is this thing on? Hunter, please come to the forge at your earliest convenience. Again, that's Hunter to the forge. Thank you. Strange out.
Hunter, just in time. His royal weirdness and I were deciding what to do with that nasty little Hydra gift box you found.
Ah, yes. The spooky crate?
The very one. Though it is far from any mere container, I assure you. I am detecting powerful emanations from inside. If this is a sign of what Hydra is after, I fear we are all in grave danger.
My offer still stands. I could fly the thing up and nuke it in orbit. Only way to be sure.
Or we could open it, Tony, and perhaps use the mystical energies I sense inside to our advantage.
Yeah, I heard a "we" in there. Green goopy gamma serums are one thing. I'm not opening boxes full of mummy curses.
You don't have to. Hunter, if you'll allow me.
Your second funeral, boss.
I enjoy the reminders.
I desperately need to get into this crate. If Hydra is now working to acquire mystical antiquities, then our situation is very dire indeed. We need to find a way to gain the upper hand.
And you think you can do it with whatever's in the container?
Tony has one of the greatest scientific minds that I've ever seen. I, of course, have an unparalleled understanding of the mystic arts. I have no doubt that we can find a way to research whatever we find in there and have it work in our favor. I just wonder what it could be.
Dark, dark, dark.
I would be highly suspicious of anything that Hydra has had in its possession. My advice would be to do what Tony says. Destroy whatever is in there immediately.
With all due respect, Hunter, that would be short-sighted and
Of course I'm gonna lose friendship if I do that.
It's very hard to dispose of magical items. The repercussions are sometimes unexpected. Besides, I need all the magical items I can get.
And why is that?
Right now, with the Sanctum out of my reach, I'm fighting with one hand tied behind my back. Metaphorically, that is. If I can find items to research, I can give the Midnight Suns every possible advantage over Lilith and her disciples.
I look forward to seeing what you come up with.
Me too, Hunter. Now, all this talk is going nowhere unless we can get this container open and study what's inside. Step up to the anvil, Hunter. It doesn't bite.
Okay.
You have my undivided attention. In this reality, anyway.
Generate significant resources for use and ability upgrades. Okay.
By the hoary hosts of Hoggoth, I can hardly believe it.
What? Is it worse than you expected?
No, it's totally unexpected.
The Eternity Dagger.
It's the Eternity Dagger. This was in a place of honor in my bedchamber in the Sanctum for years. The Sanctum Sanctorum is no common domicile to be burglared. These barbarians have no idea what they possessed.
Or perhaps they did. Maybe these artifacts are exactly what Faustus and my mother were after to begin with.
A distressing thought. If they had my dagger, then who knows what others of my priceless possessions have passed through their greedy fingers. The Cube of Nothingness. The Tear of Profia, and most worrisome of all.
Your toothbrush? You, had a little coffee thing going on this morning with your breath?
Oh, Tony.
Sorry. Doc's right, Hunter. I drank 3 glasses of holy water just to walk through the Sanctum's front door. Place is like a doomsday vault for all sorts of supernatural nastiness. We need to put a lid on this mess. Pronto.
I believe Carol is already working on it.
At last. Now that this artifact has been returned to its proper owner, we shall see if we can make use of the mystic forces contained within. These were relatively common at one point in history.
Attack essence, heroic essence, skill essence, and a knife. Okay. They take 1 day to complete but grant powerful rewards like room upgrades, combat items, and hero outfits. Requirements not met. Complete 3 missions with Blade, okay. Spend moves to knock back enemies in combat. Interesting. Oh. Both of these do this, or are these specific to... Oh, that's the way of the thing. Okay. Increase ability options and earn an additional ability when analyzing gamma coils. Nice. Let's go with War Games.
An intriguing possibility.
Which makes me kind of want to sit on the gamma coil. Gamma coil.
Hey, Hunter. Got a sec to spare?
You're looking well, Chief.
Oh. Lots of things to collect. Mysterious green pillars of light in Alabama? Huh. Wow, a reference to the Kermit drinking tea meme. Excellent.
That is something.
You moving into the forge, Hunter? You've been here more in the past few days than I have since... ever. The forge is pretty badass, but the creature trapped inside riles up my own inner demon. Speaking of, there's something you should know about me.
You are bonded with a spirit of vengeance?
Damn, you're good. How could you tell?
You are not the first spirit of vengeance to join the Midnight Suns. I fought beside another, just a few days... 3 centuries ago.
Oh man, sometimes when I have crap to work through, I like to get my blood pumping. Why don't we hit the yard for a sparring session? I know Sparky's excited to meet you.
Sparky?
Is that its name?
That's what I call my spirit of vengeance.
Wow.
His real name is something you'd see written on a symbol, but with like 12 apostrophes. Also, he's not allowed inside after the incident with Caretaker Sumerian Sofa.
I am the Scourge of the Lilin. My name is whispered in fear across the 7 hells. When I fight, I make war, not make-believe, Rob.
Jeez, calm
Be
down.
sure your Sparky is ready to do the same.
Damn, Hunter! You talk the same kind of smack that he does. Okay, let's do this. I'll get Blade to set things up. Won't take a minute.
I will head to the yard.
I feel like that's the second time you've used that line.
When you and Sparky trade places, what does he look like?
He's the guy with the flaming metal skull and hellfire chains. Kinda hard to miss.
All right. Wow, interesting. He's very much a, like you said, he damages himself in the process? Huh. Neat. Oh, classic. Alright. We'll go Death Knight.
Hunter, ready to get your burn on? I'm talking training with Ghost Rider.
Spirits of vengeance train the hardest.
Nice to get some fresh air. Hardly any cobwebs or ghosts out here.
Like playing with fire.
Increased friendship and unique rewards, okay. Costs 12 credits to do it.
Maybe you should be the...
Oh, that's it. Okay, we're done. Getting too fast at mission start for him. Alright.
Hunter, report to the war room. We've got a mission.
The sword in the table thing. Okay, yeah, alright. Yeah, that's where we upgraded the blade card there too. Yep. Apparently I can talk to Blade right now.
Crazy world you woke up to, Hunter. Hydra running around causing trouble. Apocalypse prophecies. The Bronx.
It is indeed, Daywalker.
And that op against Faustus. The way Captain Marvel just absorbed that bomb. Unbelievable, isn't it?
Are you trying to make a point with this?
No. I mean, I just wanted to catch up.
I see. Well...
She's something else, though, huh?
Excuse me?
Smart, quick-witted, fearless. Hell, she even glows.
What the hell?
And do you find all of your allies equally impressive?
Yes. No. Wait. What are you trying to say?
Some Cupid kills with arrows, some with traps.
What in the hell are you talking about?
It is Shakespeare for you fancy her.
I do not. I respect her as a fellow warrior.
The same way you respect Tony or a caretaker?
Hell no. It's... Never mind.
And therefore is Winged Cupid painted blind.
Okay, I'm done. I'm gonna go kill some monsters or something. Let's just keep this a chat to ourselves for now.
Okay. Let's make absolutely sure. We did pet Charlie, right? I can go straight to here as we're doing that. Alright, and then... So is that a temporary thing?
What you doing, Charlie? You called for me, Captain?
Keep telling ya, Carol works too, but yeah, I did. Now that Tony's finally starting to get a handle on his gremlin problem, I've been able to put Central to good use. Got a lead on some particularly gnarly Hydra operations happening in the city. But we need to move fast if we want to intercept them in time.
Then let's get going.
My thoughts exactly. There's just one problem, though. We seem to have lost our gatekeeper, Magic.
Lost?
Well, I updated her on the mission. She said something I can only assume to be a prolific swear word in Russian and disappeared. Literally. And with no magic...
There's no passage to New York. Or anywhere, for that matter.
Now you see my problem.
Every second we delay is a victory for Lilith. I have little patience for child's games in the midst of our war.
No argument there. Look, I don't know if you've noticed it, but she seems to like you. I've known Magic just about as long as you have, and all I've gotten from her is a few grunts and words I'm afraid to translate. Maybe you'll do better.
Fine. I will retrieve her.
Well, when you phrase it like that, I'm sure she'll just be begging to help. Good luck, Hunter.
I shall return shortly.
Fingers crossed. Not much more I can tell you, Hunter. Though I did hear her mutter something about Wanda right before she poofed away. Maybe that helps.
Thanks, Captain. I shall find her.
Whoa.
Nico, do you know where Magic is? We need her.
Let me guess. To open another portal? She's getting a little tired of being the only person here who can do that. Can't say I blame her.
This is serious, Nico. Where is she?
Not sure. But I know she's been looking for Wanda's grimoire, so maybe check in Wanda's room?
Thanks for your help.
We can just go to Wanda's room? I found Magic. Oh.
That looks good.
Okay. Okay, they can be removed for a cost. Alright.
Yes, hello.
This room belonged to the Scarlet Witch, did it not?
Wanda. It belongs to Wanda. Let me guess. You are to ask me to do the one thing the others value me for. Opening their precious portal. Well, I am in the middle of something. Come back later.
It is never easy to lose a comrade. I know this too well.
That's quite the swagger there for talking to somebody you've never really discussed anything with.
Before any of this started, Wanda's first grimoire. Agatha gave it to her when she was teaching her witchcraft, the dark arts. She was trying to help Wanda control her powers. She would never let me read it. So now I read it.
That is no child's book. Lose focus for 1 second and be lost completely within its pages. Let me guide you through it.
You do not own the darkness, Hunter. I was also raised within it. So much so I barely remember a time without it. And now Wanda has this in common with us too.
One might even say she was born in it.
To come face to face with true evil itself. To be dragged to some hell dimension so hot that your soul is scorched black. Your heart so filled with soot that it chokes out all the bright parts of you. Until you are just a dark thing of smoke and ash. I cannot let such a fate happen to her.
Then put the damn book down and help me get her back.
You are nothing if not direct. Not to mention unrelenting. I can respect that. And perhaps you are not entirely incorrect. Okay, I will open your damn portal. It is times such as this that I wish someone else here could drill holes through space and time. Perhaps Doctor Strange should spend less time tinkering with Tony Stark in the Forge and focus more on his magic. No matter. I will be there when you are ready, Hunter. Goodbye.
Magic's available now, right?
Привет, Hunter.
It's literally just the same outfit, but without that jacket and headpiece. Oh, that's pretty sick. Still a lot of things I don't even know, like, oh, so I placed it in that frame without even thinking. Dumb. So a lot of things I still don't even know what to do with. But, I mean, that's video games sometimes. Alright, well, we're gonna go ahead and call it there. I'm gonna head to bed. Let me look at the score real quick, because I've been keeping brief track of it, and I know it hasn't been ideal for you. I'm sorry, buddy. Oh, yeah, just getting worse. Alright, well, hopefully they can pull, it's 4 minutes left. Well, hopefully the Eagles can make you feel better tomorrow. We'll see. Alright, have a good night, dude. Looking forward to seeing you this week.